Welcome back to the 4 Mile Circus. We're playing Warhammer 2 Total War. This is the intro. I'll just let it play. It's going off in the jungle. Elf dudes. First of all. Okay, for anyone who doesn't know Total War, Warhammer in this instance, Total War's been going about 20 years now. It started with Total War Shogun and has gone through various formats: Total War Rome, Total War Medieval, Total War Medieval 2, Total War Napoleon, Total War Empire. So what it is it's a split level game. There's a sort of general campaign level map in which you it's about domination, logistical, running cities, trading, and diplomacy, those sort of things. And then there's a sort of battle map part where you actually do battle, and that is a real-time isometric view, sort of top-down, or you can spin the camera around. In fact, battle area where you take on the opposing army, moving your units around. So it's sort of two games into one, which is why I've always liked it. And what I thought I'd do is play through the tutorials for the various factions, instead of maybe doing a whole campaign, which could last a very long time. Maybe we'll get into that further down the line, but I thought I'd do the tutorials for all of the races. I think there are 6 races. Select the campaign. So that looks like a DLC, Mortal Empires. But we'll start at the start. The Eye of the Vortex. Eye of the Vortex, at the heart of the Elven homeland. The great vortex coils, siphoning the excess magic that spills from the realm of chaos. But now, after many millennia, it falters. The vortex is vulnerable, and 4 great powers seek dominion. Choose a legendary champion and guide them. Okay. So there's a vortex that is siphoning the excess magic that spills from the realm of curse, but that's stopped working. Okay, the playable races. We've got High Elves, Lizard Men, Dark Elves, and Skaven. Okay, High Elves, we know what Elves are. Good warriors, good archers. Dark Elves are like a dark version of them. Lizard Men speak for themselves. Skavens are like rat-type creatures. I'm going to start with the Dark Elves. No, we'll pick that first.
We must preserve this world.
Okay, and this is where you choose the race. So
there is no limit to my power.
Each
I,
race
Antirian,
has
we can achieve
2
much
lords that you
together.
can
I fight for the greater good.
And they designate a sort of an easier starter.
There is no limit to my power.
They have various effects that they can place upon either the cities they work in, or they're living in, or the units that they're fighting with. We said darkness. Have a quick look. These are the two high elf lords.
We can achieve much together.
Hexot. He looks great. Look at the style of that. So that's a lizard lord. Looks like a big frog. And there's the other one. Okay. Dark elves. We've got Malekith. That was the guy that appeared in the intro. He looks pretty cool.
Ulfwan will yield.
Morathi, a bit more difficult to use her. And finally, the Scabrous.
No one controls Warlord Queen.
Which is a hard and normal. Okay, so these are the Scabrous. All that sort of grown-up rats. Yeah. So we're going to go with Malekith. He looks cool. He's got some bonuses and effects. Gives a percentage of XP earned to other lords. Red, I guess, a negative, green a positive. Diplomatic relations plus 30 with cult of pleasure. Some of this stuff doesn't really make much sense to me. I have played a lot of this game back in the past when it was in earlier variations of it. Particularly the early ones, the Shoguns and medieval. But the game's come along a hell of a lot since. I was pretty good at it back in the day, but I guess that's all in the past. Now, enable campaign introduction. I think this is going to, in some effect, guide me through the first couple of games. I'm going to do that so we get to see the explanations of what's going on. But it might be a bit limiting in which I think it will tell me what to do a lot of the time. Okay, let's go. What do we got? What do we got?
The world has seen countless murders. But one killing stands above all others. One death that has shaped the world. Malekith, son of Aenarion, was betrayed. The elven princes crowned Bel-Shannar as the second Phoenix King. Sir Malekith brooded and poured his hate into a single cup. Malekith toasted Bel-Shannar, then stepped over his dying body and into the sacred flame of kings. But the fires stripped his flesh, and with a final scream, he hurled himself back from whence he came. His body was taken north, and a suit of armor forged. Malekith was reborn. The Witch King, and in his shadow, legions raised. Decades of civil war followed. Then Malekith embarked on the most ruthless of plans. His sorcerers would unbind the magic of the Great Vortex. Created by Kalidor Dragon Tamer and his elven mages, the Vortex siphons the winds of magic, keeping the demon tide at bay. Malekith's spell was flung at the Vortex, but Kalidor himself broke through the mists of time to deflect the titanic force back at its casters. The Shadowlands were ravaged, sundered.
You live. You die. You live. You die. Servants, you amuse me.
The dragon with two tails hangs in the sky, and you indulge in petty games.
You summoned me, Your Highness. You bring this witch here.
She's well versed in lore and prophecies.
She will betray you, my son, as all have done.
She's indebted to me. I have her soul. Step forward, Felicity. disrupts the vortex. Whilst it is weak, a prophecy can be fulfilled.
Of a king who consumes the heart of Ulthuan.
My son will take its power and our vengeance.
Find the Oracle. She knows what to do.
I am willing to serve, to earn my soul's release.
Wow, a lot of moving parts there. Okay, so Malekith is was the heir apparent, but got put aside for the other elves, and so decided to kill the new heir, and got punished for that by being burnt as he stepped into the fire. So then has been given a suit of armour that keeps him alive, and seems to now be in leagues with his mother to open up the chasm and let all the evil chaos onto the map. I think I'm paraphrasing. Okay, so no sooner be having any of that bits, can we? Ration of while it loads. Okay,
Sire,
load.
Witch King, Lord of the Druki. I know to you, I am a fleeting thing.
You are.
A man, a mortal. But you have received the vision. I humbly attest. My advice is worthy of your majesty.
Okay.
The vile Skaven and their Northmen allies have seen fit to invade Nagarond in your absence, sire. Attacking from their subterranean tunnels, the rat men have caught your sentries by surprise.
So there's Nagarond.
While Nagarond itself remains secure, I regret to inform you that their verminous forces have overrun many smaller cities in the hinterlands of your territory. Though your rapid return brings some welcome additional forces, the situation remains grim. See for yourself.
Can I just get a word in? Okay, so he's my advisor, and I think because we're in tutorial mode, he's going to talk a lot. So be prepared for boredom. But this is the gaming map. Let's zoom out. Wow. Christ. What? Wow, that is huge. No way. That is monstrous. Christ. Okay, and this is my hinterlands, in which I have Nagarond, and I think
The black walls of Nagarond have repelled many foolish invaders over your reign, sire. Yet this threat must not be taken lightly.
I love the sound of the ice
Just
cream.
like the Druki, the vermin are vicious and opportunistic killers. They are doubtless working tirelessly to undermine your fortress.
Okay, so he's leading me along to some extent. So this is the campaign map, and this is where you control your cities and your armies and your factions. The area is divided into territories, which are called provinces, and each province may contain multiple settlements. So you can see with Nagarond here, well, that is my province capital. Okay, now they're basically saying, oh, is that mine as well? That's not mine, that's someone else. Neutral. I've got a mountain range there. It's beautiful already. I'm loving the map. Look at it. It's absolutely crack. The altar of ultimate darkness. So these, this symbol is the Skaven. Wow, what's this up here? The Skavens have invaded my land. Oh,
The hinterland territories are overrun with vermin, your majesty. The Skaven first came into your realm beneath Har Caldra, gnawing for weeks through frozen rock to enter the ruined city from below.
okay,
What
so
has driven the Skaven to such a suicidal attack remains unknown. Yet it remains an affront that cannot stand. Exact your terrible retribution, my dread sovereign. Let not one of them escape alive.
okay, fine. So as I'm moving around, I'm hitting various points, which triggers him to chat. My old man with a chicken. Why is an elf got an old human with a chicken as their advisor? I'm not really sure about that. Cool. It looks great straight away. So what they want me to do is select my boy here, and I think we're going to get into an immediate fight. Let's do it. Here we go.
Your Druki forces dominate any battlefield they enter, King Malekith. Direct your dread spears against the Skaven enemy. See how they run. The enemy were not prepared for your arrival, my king. Now is the perfect time to attack. Select your army first.
Okay.
Good.
There you go.
Now,
Selected it.
issue an order to engage the enemy, my lord. They are scattered and not prepared for an attack so soon.
Okay, so this is my army as it stands. This is myself, Malekith. I'm a wizard. Cast some spells. Got some statistics there. And then I've got 3 sets of dread spears. They're good against to set a line and defend with. It looks like it wants me to rumble straight away. So as I say, it's sort of leading me by the nose at this early start.
Attack!
So off we go. Now we're going to go
Goes
into battle
upon you,
deployment.
mighty Witch King. Your elves are vicious and deadly, but the Skaven have a death frenzy upon them and will offer you no quarter. Prepare your forces for murderous bloodshed.
Okay, and here's the enemy, Boyle. He's got a very similar setup himself, and then three units. So for some reason the Skaven are attacking me. I don't think
Druki, bloody slow.
the Skaven may be as numerous and pervasive as they are vicious and scheming, but they are seldom seen in Naggaroth, and it is rare for them to directly engage a being of such power as Malekith, the Witch King of the Dark Elves. Nevertheless, the Ratmen are loose in Naggarond, and now they threaten to overrun the Dark Elf capital. Malekith must halt the Skaven, the Ratmen. Something's afoot. I suspect those do-gooders. Long range, things like Jays, missile units. I think there's flying units now in this. And it's how you...
Vermin dare infest my capital. Skaven blight overexerts itself.
Wow.
I will not tolerate pests in
I like the Dark
Naggaroth.
Elves already.
The vermin will learn that my city, my realm, is a cold, cruel place.
Yeah, I like Malekith.
Purge the city, my warriors. But ensure you leave some alive. I wish to know how loud a rat can scream.
Okay. It's a bad day to be a rat.
The foul musk of vermin drifts on the air, your majesty. The Skaven are close. Survey the area for yourself.
Okay, so again, there's 3 points on the map there. It's asking me to go look at. Now, usually in the battle map, I wouldn't be doing any of this, but I'm being led around, and it helps explain the game, so it's all good. Let's go look at this one first.
Your warriors rally behind your awesome presence, dread sire. Your power is such that it may
Each
carry
lot.
any battle. Be sure to use it wisely.
Okay, so basically each army is led by a lord who leads and encourages the troops in battle. It's important where you keep your lord. If it's too far away from your troops, they might become unsettled. Your troops are open to a sort of what would it be called? I can't think of the word. But if they get flanked, they lose. The word escapes me. But they'll run, basically. They'll run. I'm annoyed at that. What's the word? So you want to keep your troops happy. You want to keep your lord near them. You want to... I don't do anything at the moment. It wants me to look at these 3 points. Here's my troops.
Your Druki soldiers are ready for battle, Malekith, my king. Each one of them yearns to spill the blood of the enemy in your name.
Okay, armies are subdivided into units. Orders in battle are issued to units, not individual troops. So yeah, these are kind of what size their ranks are, but I'll be ordering 30 or 40 to move at one time. They look pretty cool, don't they? Yeah, okay. That's one. Then we're going to go look at the enemy. Let's go over here. Let's have a quick look at this. Now look at that. Signs of battle. That's a lovely detail. And you use the middle mouse button to look around. Okay. It wants me to come look at this.
The hills and valleys of this place conceal the enemy's whereabouts, my lord. This hilltop should afford a good view over the surrounding area.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And an important thing to know about the battle map is
The time has come to advance, my lord. First, select your own unit in order to rejoin your forces.
Yes. Yeah. Won't let me do anything but that. But yeah, terrain affects your ability to fight. You, the higher you are above your enemy, you get a bonus for that. If you're lower, you get a penalty. You can hide in trees. You can use the environment very much for.
Chosen of Cain!
Now issue a move order towards your army.
Yes.
The troops are assembled and await your arrival.
Okay. Let's move over.
Forward! Onward!
I'm just teaming my lord up with my army.
Excellent. Your place is amongst your warriors, mighty lord. Your very presence encourages them to fight harder.
Morale is what the word I was looking for, was morale. So your troops are subject to morale, and if you don't ensure that they're feeling, they're not getting flanked, the lord's nearby, they can be subject to a morale loss, and then they'll run away. They'll just run away on you. Okay, done. What do you want me to do? You want me to tick? So lords provide a leadership boost to nearby troops, improving their courage in battle. Okay, we've got a tick on that.
The time has come to advance your warriors, my lord. Select your whole army so that the order may be given to all.
Right, so you can group your army.
Great spears!
So I would like to.
Eager
it won't
for
let me-
battle!
It won't let me assign a number to them at the moment because I'm on this the sort of tutorial method. So I'll select them
Good. Now order your army forward, my lord.
to this
Let us
crest.
crest this ridge and
Go on.
find where the enemy lies.
Hey, troops. Whether it's going to let me talk about this.
Excellent.
Okay.
Your army advance in search of the enemy, my lord. Take this time to practice maneuvering your forces while not under threat of attack. Remember always that orders are issued only to units currently selected.
Okay, I'll talk. Okay, so yeah, I can move these troops individually. I can change the formation. I can tell them to stand and fight, run. Melee with people. So you can really control your line, basically. And that, in all honesty, is where the magic is in this game: controlling your line. If your line goes, you've got trouble. I fancy my chances against some rat men. 3 heavily armoured brigades of. There they are. There's the rat man. So, because
The
they're
enemy
in a
coming to sight, my lord. We have caught them by surprise. Advance quickly before they can retreat.
Okay. Yeah, they can be hidden by.
Dark elves!
I don't really want to go down there. Why would I go down there? They can come
On to
fight me here.
slaughter!
Seems stupid, that does. Come on, rats.
Suffering
Come up
for
here.
all!
They're coming up here. I'm not going down there. That's too stupid. Unless it makes me. It's going to make me, isn't it? Yeah. So here we are. The 2 armies lining up now.
The foolish rats dare to resist your advance, sire. Attack! Slaughter them! And take the
So these things
pitiful
are greyed out at the
survivors
bottom at
as
the moment. You
slaves.
do have various control over stance and so
Dread
on.
spears!
Not
Assign
control, it
individual
seems.
targets for
Let's
each
go.
of your
Now,
units when attacking, my lord. Keep a wide formation.
One of the
Do not
tactics
let your
is to get
forces be
troops
surrounded.
behind the enemy line, which is his warning me not to let me have that happen to me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use these 2 units to take on the 3 units. And they should be able to do a good job of that and hold for long enough for these
Advancing!
guys to get
To
round the back.
destruction!
Where's my lord?
Destruction
Going straight over there.
awaits!
And what this will allow me to do is a sort of an overlap. Here we go. They're going to try and counter these guys. We're not going to get there in time, I don't think.
Dread spears! Onward!
Malekith!
Okay, Malekith, what can you do?
Be sure to keep watch on your warriors in battle, my lord. Their very lives may depend on it.
Malekith, I want you to take on
The
their lord.
destroyer hungers!
Dread
Okay.
spears!
I'll get some spears around the back. This troop, or
Murder awaits!
this unit is taking on 2 sets of Skaven on their own. They're doing very well. You can see their losses, 78 now, of, I think they were 90. So they're losing them slowly but surely.
We are ready!
Okay, you guys. Can you
Moving
turn a
out!
little bit? Meanwhile, Malekith, our lord, is fighting the Rat Lord. Okay, units that
We
come
are
at the back.
ready!
Let's go.
Moving out!
So you can have a quick look at the bars. You can see that they're very depleted. They're very depleted.
Fear!
The enemy lose the will to fight. See how they run from the battle. Press your advantage.
Leadership and routing. A unit's level of leadership level is a measure of its will to continue fighting and will drop as it takes casualties. Now we saw that. A unit will flee the battlefield when its leadership level drops too low and will no longer respond to the orders. It's very important to keep that morale high. They're all fleeing. What have we got?
The Skaven send more forces to contest the battlefield, Your Majesty. The situation is grave. They advance in great numbers.
Wow. Okay, not too...
Move quickly to defend this ridge, my lord. The trees will grant your warriors cover, while the slope will provide them an advantage in
Good
combat.
plan.
Advance upon the ridge without delay, my lord. That position offers you the best chance of victory against such a number.
Go, chaps.
Order
They
your
will walk and
forces
run.
forward,
They've got
quickly.
the double arrow there, so they're running. So what did we lose? We lost about 30 men there, 20 men. They did okay. Fresh, some damage sustained. Oh wait, we've got more. Oh wait, we've got more.
Allies coming to view, sire. Press them into your service at once. Some amongst their number carry crossbows. They will be able to fire on the rat men from behind your front lines.
Okay, so we're saying that missile men. Just give me some missile men and some...
The reinforcements
some
now
spearmen.
fall under your control, my lord. Move
Okay, so
the
go, so
infantry
missile
into
men.
your front line. The extra bodies are sorely needed.
We should be quiet for a minute. Missile units are...
Place your fresh missile troops behind your army. They will fire automatically if the enemy come into range.
I wish I could shut him up. As I was just saying, you keep your missile troops at the back, safely behind a line of sort of hand-to-hand fighters, so you can pepper missiles down
The merciless host!
with impunity. So I'm going to set a line of missile men there,
Going!
and then
Red spears!
can I group these guys yet? I can't
Merciless
group
warriors!
them yet. We'll get all those guys to come up here. Now I'm sort of clicking and dragging, and that lets you form these lines.
Forward!
Yeah, good. There's one staggered at the back, which is great. Malekith.
Be sure to arrange your infantry in a line for the coming battle, my lord. Each
So,
unit should cover
yeah.
the flank of the next. Do
So they
not
can't get
let
at
the
this
enemy
part, so if I
attack
form
the
a
sides
line
of your formation
along
or
the
break
top of
through to
here,
the rear.
That means they won't be able to get around me, which is very
Excellent,
important.
my lord.
Okay.
The ridge is yours. Move your infantry out to block the pass and await the enemy's arrival. Do not be tempted out of position.
Nagarothi! By your command!
Okay, so archers. Here are my archer units.
Understood!
They've got a
It is
fire
done.
at will and a skirmish mode. So the skirmish mode
Battle
means
call.
that as an enemy gets closer, they'll
Without
back
question.
up. I don't want them to do that. They sort of auto-adjust their distance. I want them to fire until I tell them to run. And fire at
Dark
will.
shards!
Well, I've turned that off because they've only got a certain amount of arrows.
Forward!
So I don't want them firing until I...
Druki,
I'm happy
forward!
with it. Okay, you guys. Got a bottom there.
Murder awaits! Red spears!
You guys sit there.
Druki, forward!
Where's Malekith?
The true king!
He's pretty central. What have we got coming in? Archer units. Archer units. Slingers, okay. And we've got swordsmen and spearmen, so they've improved slightly.
Dark shards!
Okay, archers. Archer range, I think you can see there they're slightly out of range, which will cause them to move if I start them firing. So I'll just give them a moment, I'm going to ignore their archers, and I'm going to go straight for their troops
Dark elves!
with my archers. There's their lord. No, wait for it. So we're under fire now. Their archers are firing upon us. I'm not going to waste my time. I think they're only firing slingshots. We're quite heavily armoured, and I think we're going to suffer that. and instead save our
Blood
allies.
for Cain!
The rats, okay, just stop. Stop there. Okay,
Hack!
fire.
Cut!
So here's my archer fire. Coming in on these rats.
Now you die!
The enemy are nearly upon you, my lord. Be sure to make your presence felt in the coming battle. You have many abilities to rally and empower your troops. Now is the time to use them.
Okay, yeah, so my lord has various effects. This is a stand your ground, augments your troops in the area, so okay, I'll choose it. If you insist on doing it, I'll do it. Let me move until I zoom out a bit and spin the map. So you can see my line
We are ready!
holding nicely.
Battle has been joined, my lord. Order your forces
Okay.
forward to envelop the enemy where possible. Do not leave troops idle.
In you get, Lord. Okay.
Eager for battle! Slaughter them! Suffering for
Shoot
all!
them. So I've sent my lord up to fight these guys. Hopefully we'll be able to get through those guys quite quickly while this line holds. The line is holding well. Let's have a look.
They're firing on us!
Look at that. Detail. Okay, so my purple guys on well all the way up here. Taking some lost that half strength now. That half strength.
Should we run, please?
What was that?
Lucky scum!
Malekith!
They flee! We cold-blooded killers!
Can we force them? We're still holding here nicely.
Smell musketeer! Vile creature!
Oh, what's happened?
Mounted reinforcements, my lord. Hurry them into
happened to
battle,
these guys?
but they are sorely needed.
Wow, so cavalry troops. Just gifted me some cavalry troops.
Cold one!
Right in their rear as well.
Massacre them!
Cavalry troops are super important. They
Suffering
move
for
so
all!
quickly, you can use them to flank and give
Your
morale checks against
reinforcements
them.
approach the battle.
So these two
Have
guys
them
right in
charge
their
the
rear.
enemy rear.
Yeah,
The
cause some
impact
real
alone may
problems.
break their courage to fight.
So I'm going to charge their cavalry, their infantry units at the back.
Druki!
We're doing very well. We're doing very well now. Where's my lord?
Malekith!
You need to come fight this guy.
Annihilate them!
That's it.
Kla!
boys.
Dread spears!
Nag off, you fools!
Onwards to murder!
Okay.
The merciless host!
They're going to need a bit of help over here.
Forward!
Okay. Now my cavalry is showing up.
Cold
Cavalry are great
ones.
for this. They're routing
Suffering
now. They're
for
running.
all!
Cavalry are groups for keeping
You all die!
because they can just harry
Eager for
people
battle!
that are fleeing battle and it doesn't let them reform.
Die, weakling!
As they flee, they can reform back up.
We are ready! Dealers in death! Cold-blooded killers!
And it's quite important not to give them the space to do that.
Onward!
I smell
The Skaven abandon the field, as is typical of their cowardly race. I almost
Skaven are
pity
running.
the wounded they leave behind. Victory is yours.
Take their eyes! The
Okay, boys.
merciless...
Well, there you go. I think we did it. The victorious Druchi secure the battlefield, gleefully butchering any quivering wounded they find. Malekith, for his part, turns his attention to resecure. The Witch King knows that the Skaven threat will recede only
Bow
with their
before
complete eradication
Malekith!
on the continent.
I must congratulate you, Lord of the Druki, although your victory was never in doubt. The fate of those taken captive from the battle is now yours to decide.
Excellent. Okay, so I got 1,000 gold for that, and a decisive victory. What's it asking me to do here? Oh, okay. Ransom the captives. Troops do not like it, and I'll make 168. Army will gain. Men are reluctant to join the ranks of this army because we've ransomed captives. They obviously don't like that. Okay.
Bring me
Murder
their
captives.
skins.
Executing captives will confer the temporal force for war.
Flay them first.
Right, my units get plus 100 experience if I kill the captives.
Bring me their skins.
And finally, slaves. Reduce the load on the
Shackle
troops,
them.
making recovery more swift. Slaves quite interesting. I'm going to go for
Flay them first.
the straight murder.
Your forces are weary from battle, yet they still retain some strength to march on. See for yourself.
Okay,
All shall kneel before
hero
me.
can move in the turn is displayed on the battle map, so let's select.
King
And there you go.
The
It's sort
distance
of
your
highlighted
army
area
can
that shows
still
how
move
far I
is
can
shown
move.
around it, my lord. Plan your movements wisely, for your armies cannot defend the realm
Fair
if they are not
enough.
present to
And this is what
fight.
I've got left of my troops. Pretty good, pretty good.
How dare you ask this?
Ask what?
The enemy
Say.
still threaten your black citadel, sire. March now towards the capital and block any possibility of attack.
On my way.
So here we go. Nagaron
Good.
is can I click on
Your
the city?
army now blocks the approach to your capital.
No, I'm still on
Any
this sort
attack
of
by the enemy will need to get by you first.
tutorial.
See for yourself how your forces control the area around them.
Okay, so you can see this red circle.
The
So that's
Witch
saying that
King is
anything-
victorious.
Nothing can pass through that circle, that red circle, because that's my area of influence. They can't even come into it. Same with my city. Okay. I can only come into it to attack its owner. Right. So now what? You want me to...
Destroy them.
Want me to do this? Okay, so we've blocked the approach.
More of your murderous kin stand ready to take up arms in the name of Malekith. Recruit them
Recruits.
now and they will be ready to fight in the battles to come.
Okay, additional units can be recruited into a selected army from the recruitment panel. Let's select my army.
Lord of the Black Tower.
Recruit units. Okay. So, additional dread spears, additional dark shards. Does this cost me money? We'll take those. Is that?
Excellent choices, my lord. Be aware that the recruits will take time to train, and that your army must remain stationary while they do so.
Oh, really? So I've recruited the units, but I've got to stand still whilst I recruit
You
them. So-
will, of course, be aware that armed forces cost currency to build and
Yeah.
maintain. Be sure to keep watch on your finances, lest ruin overtakes you.
So money rears its head. Each
Bow
faction...
before Malekith.
Okay. Each faction maintains a central treasury. The current treasury value and overall income per turn are shown at the top corner of the screen. A faction can earn more money through tax, trade, and certain military activities such as raiding and looting. Recruitment of new units, the upkeep of existing units, and the construction of buildings all deplete a faction's treasury. Well, yeah, shucks.
Let us review what destruction the Skaven have wrought on your territory, sire.
Okay, we can go
Select
into
your
our-
city to inspect the province.
We can go to the city. Let's have a look.
The province surrounding your capital is shown here, my lord. A province may contain many cities, each exerting authority over the territory surrounding them. Control the cities, and you control the land.
Right.
Look on me and cower.
He was talking about himself, Malekith. Look on me and cower. So, this is my Dark Elf settlement. It's got a hammer on it. What does that mean? So, in it, I've got a Dark Elf landing, conscription halls, which allow me to recruit dread spears, dark shards. So, as you get into it, you build more and more stuff. Okay, that's all good. These two places have been taken over. So, this is Nagaran, the area, and it's got Nagaran, the capital, Puskara, and Har Kaldra, which have been taken by the Skaven. So I guess once you've got all three, then you own the area. Good.
Cities within the local province are shown here, my lord, along with any facilities they contain.
We get it. These icons represent buildings within the settlement. Yeah.
Shown also are those cities in the province that were lost to the enemy.
Yeah, we
A
can understand.
reminder of the need to reclaim.
Yeah, can understand all
Your
that.
capital and the buildings it contains are shown here, my lord. Work needs to be done to improve its readiness for war. Here we may see the state of the province that surrounds your capital. The enemy raids have caused considerable unrest, Public order is suffering, as you can see, my lord. The agitators will need calming in time, but matters of defense are more pressing.
The growth of a province is a measure of the expansion of its population, so that's important. You need to grow a province. This is about how happy the province is. I'm just going to whisk over these things. Public order and so on, which you can affect. Corruption.
The Witch King is victorious.
Your cities are the backbone of your state, my lord. Taxes are raised through them, and they provide the infrastructure necessary to support your armies. I humbly suggest you commission upgrades to your capital as soon as possible.
I can upgrade this. There's a little upgrade little hammer there in the corner. I'm not really sure what this is doing, to be honest, but you know, we're just going through it because they want me to. So this means that my city will generate more income, more growth, more construction slots. Blah, blah. So just natural.
Construction will begin
paths.
immediately, but will take some time to complete.
Okay. So
Seek ways to further even the vast
Really
knowledge
getting
of
on
the
my
Druki,
tits.
sire. Put the finest minds to work on improving your methods of war.
So he's also got a research tree. Again, I don't know what I'm doing here, but I'm just going to go for battle as business. Driven by vengeance, which reduces recruitment costs. Battle as business, more money from raiding. Founded on tyranny. Growth to all provinces. That's quite important. But I'm going to go for straight down the line. Battle business. I'll give that a tick. As you can see, quite a large upgrade tree. Bear with me a second. I hear incoming kids. Okay, I should work for the UN. My diplomacy skills.
In time, the knowledge they gain will surely aid your cause.
Yeah. Okay.
Victory is mine.
There is
Right.
nothing more you can do for now, my lord.
Wait your end turn. Okay, so it's turn-based. As you can see at the top, these are all different clans doing their thing. Looks like we've got... Wow, look at all the different clans. And he's coming for the
The
right.
enemy opt to attack your position, my lord. Ready your forces, for battle is upon you once more.
Okay, let's have a look at their troops. What have they got? Spears again, swords, archers, and a catapult this time. Okay, have I still got my... Okay, so I've still got my troops from the last fight, my cavalry. So, looks like I'm going to be having to take out that catapult quick sharp. Off we go. The yellow and the red square, that's where you set up your troops. Prior to it starting, you have a setup period, which hasn't really been shown in the tutorial up to now.
Battle is upon you once again, my lord. Your forces are ready to deploy for the coming engagement. They may be positioned anywhere within the area
map.
shown.
Great. So a bit more control being given to me now.
Always survey the terrain prior to battle.
We should shut up.
This forest may be used to conceal your forces.
Yeah.
Arrange your cavalry here, my lord, and they will remain unseen until the enemy draw close.
I don't want to. Are you going to make me do that? Yeah, it's going to make me do that. So it wants me to hide my cavalry in the woods. Now, this is an important thing. If you put units in trees, they become hidden. I think most units will be. Maybe some larger ones wouldn't.
Good. Your troops are now hidden from enemy sight, as you can see.
Means they can appear as if out of nowhere in the middle of battle, and that's a major pain in the arse. What do you want me to do? You want me to tick that? Great, well done.
Pay attention to your unit cards, my lord, for they indicate the status of your troops. Be mindful of your army. Success on the battlefield.
So
this
basically
ridge
saying,
will afford your
keep your eye on
troops
your
an
arrow-
edge in the
arrow
coming battle,
supply.
my lord. Place the rest of your troops close by and claim its forward slopes once battle begins.
Okay, so he wants me to fight on the ridge, which is common sense. As I said earlier, the position from which you fight in, I'm facing the wrong way, has a great impact on whether you can win or not.
Dark shards!
A height advantage really does come into play.
Good. Your troops are ready, my lord. Just give the signal and the engagement shall begin.
Right. So there you go. As I say, I've got infantry at the front.
Dread
Can
spears!
I put them in a group yet? I can.
Cold-blooded
And I've assigned them
killers!
to group 3. I'm assigning my
Dark
archers
shards!
to group 2. I'm
Nagarothi!
going to give my lord a group 1,
Malekith.
and then I'm going to make my horsemen
The
that are already selected
halves
at the
shall
moment group
die
4 at
well
some point.
tonight.
Okay. Let's do it. Start
To
battle.
arms, then. The enemy enter the field. Advance and claim the hilltop, my lord. Its slopes will serve your forces well. Keep your cavalry hidden.
Okay, bear with me a second.
Advance!
Oh. Okay. Wow, there's the catapult coming straight in. Archers.
Dark shards!
Get that.
Onward!
Oh, get that. Okay, so
Spreading misery.
there's their catapult right at
My
the
lord,
back.
the enemy field artillery against you. They will be able to strike against your forces at great range.
Yeah. I understand that.
Employ your hidden forces, my lord.
Yeah,
Advance them
yeah.
through the forest, and they will be able to quickly surprise and overwhelm the enemy
It's really
war
annoying that
machine.
this is going on whilst I'm being attacked. That's really stupid, I think. Okay, we will stand strong.
Malekith.
Archers.
The enemy draw close, my lord. Be sure to have your troops arranged for battle.
You ready?
Employ all that you have
Archers.
learned. Wear them down with missiles. Pin them with infantry.
Okay, there we go.
Then hit them
Archers
in the
are firing.
flanks.
These guys might be able to come out a little bit
Daruki,
like that.
forward!
You might need to stretch out a
Murder
little bit.
awaits!
Okay, horsemen. I need to go for those guys first. Oh, look at that. This is nice straight away.
On
Okay,
to
we're going to be able to get
slaughter!
our guys behind there.
I
Malekith, get to the
trade
front.
battle.
Dread spears!
Okay, so just pause this for a sec. Can I pause it for a sec? And then pause. 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 Yeah, okay. What we've got here is a sweet little setup straight away. So we've got my 2 spearmen on the top of this ridge, holding these 3 brigades of ratmen off. But because I've overlapped them, I've allowed to get 1 set of my spearmen around the back. Now this is going to cause various, you can see, shaken, losing currently. Their morale rolls are going to go down because they're going to be flanked and being attacked from 2 sides. So whilst that's going on, I'm going to get my my 2 sets of cavalry to do split. 1 to go straight for the catapult. One to go for there. I've got spearmen there, which is a bit of an issue. Let's see what their spearmen are going to do. Spearmen chew through cavalry. I think
The enemy
spearmen can
attack your
engage.
flank, Commander. Drive them off.
I think we can attack.
I smell failure.
Nagaroth rising!
Malekith.
Come on now.
Death awaits.
The enemy waver, my lord. Their troops begin to flee. Run the cowards down.
Rodent
Yeah.
scum! Cold ones! Die, weaklings!
So let's pause it again. See what's happened here. So this brigade of ratmen have broken. They're winded and they're routing, which means that's the end of them. Their effectiveness in battle. This is my set of troops that I engaged from the side. I'm going to just line them back up, front facing, and bring them across to engage in these guys. My archers doing their thing. Let's move them up a little bit. And the horsemen are going great guns. Wait. My horsemen. Wow. Okay, causing the archers to rail. Come on, boys, straight into these guys.
No mercy!
Get them.
Blood for Cain!
So yeah, these archers are routing it now. Get
Nagarothi!
both sets of my horsemen to attack the cavalry at the back. They're reforming, I'm not sure, but they don't have that much of a chance. Okay.
The mask of fear!
Okay, again, we can now
Dread spears!
move these guys
Going.
down.
Dark shards!
These guys have
My
reformed.
blade hungers! Onward!
Okay, so we've got a new line now. That's taking on 2 of my sets of my troops. Shit, wait a second. We've got their lord behind.
It is done!
We won, see?
Malekith, you need to take care of their lord.
Not worth it! Reconvene!
Okay, they've run now.
Dread spear!
Form a line again. So what we're having is sort of cascade effect there, where they flee and run. Wait a minute. Where's my
We are ready!
Oh, they've killed all those guys. They've killed all those guys.
No survivors!
It looks like they have.
Cold ones!
Let's charge these guys. Okay, so yeah, you can see the cavalry's formed quite an interesting job. They sort of harry and harass. Let's go down here, let's have a look. Troops are beginning to get worn out.
Kill dark ones!
Where is Malekith?
Malekith!
Malekith, you've got to be fighting again.
We lose
I
it!
am their
Come
doom!
on, son. Malekith, please.
Save my own fur!
Dread spear!
Pretty close to battle here.
Bloody murder! The merciless host!
The enemy commander runs from the field, my lord. And a sorry spectacle it is too.
It is
His
indeed.
army will surely follow.
Cold ones!
Okay. Let's bring the cavalry back into line. Come back, cavalry. Did a great job. Did a great job. Okay, these were my spearmen. They routed a little bit. They routed heavy losses. You're down to 13 there. Does affect their morale.
To
Wait a
destruction!
minute, archers.
Dark
Come
shards!
back, come back, archers.
Moving out!
Okay, let's tighten up. Let's tighten up. Everyone back. Malekith is just chasing their leader off the map. Let's help him out with that.
No survivors!
Go, Malekith. So, some have escaped, formed back into some sort of unit. We've destroyed all their trebuchets. I wonder if we get to keep those. So that's interesting. They kill all the guys around it rather than the actual the unit itself. And we're wounded, battered, but we're good. Can we get their lord? Come on, Malekith.
Malekith!
For Cain!
They're gonna make it. Are we gonna? Oh no, he's almost made it out. He's gonna make it out. Fair enough. Good to kill the enemy lords because you know they lead the battle, and the better the lord, the better the troops acted. But no,
Cold ones!
he made it out. He made it out. So there you go. There you have it. Back into line over here.
Moving out!
Didn't do too badly. Let's end the battle. You've won the battle, but do not celebrate too much, for the gods will look ill upon he who came so near to defeat. Well, he came close to defeat, I suppose, yeah. It was heavily outnumbered. So losses 181, 195. They deployed almost 300 more than me. Close victory, yeah. And some loot. Thank you. Okay, and again, we'll just move the captives. He's off, he's scurrying off.
The Undervermin concentrate their movements around sites of magic, looting artifacts of great power. Skaven are pitiful cowards. They would not seek war with me without good reason. We must counterattack and discern their motives.
Okay, yeah, so we've gathered that the Skaven aren't really into this sort of thing. Mission issued: capture and occupy a settlement belonging to the following faction, Clan Septic. Okay, so missions, right. So there you have it. There's the start of the Dark Elf campaign. I'm not sure when it's going to relinquish a bit more control to me now, but the next job is to get back Al Caldra. There you have. I hope you enjoyed that. As I say, I might do the start of all the races just to do the tutorial and show you what the various races differences are. But there you have it. Total War Warhammer 2. Go and get it. Alright, take care of yourselves. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.